Welcome back, my viewers and my subscribers. This is just a thought. I am about to take you in the midst of Hurricane Melissa, Category 5 storm hitting Jamaica. Right now, I am outside in the midst of the storm and I'm taking you with me. Kindly get your cup of tea or a plate of soup, something warm, because it's a cold afternoon and I want to take you with me through this storm. You are in your house, relax, don't panic. Come with me. I am going to drive through the length, the breadth of some parishes in Jamaica, and I am taking you with me so you can see what is happening in the town center, see what is happening on the roads. Okay, you can determine what things are out there, and just to be updated. Don't worry yourself, we shall get through this. Can I ask you, press like on this video, and also I want you to jump in the comment section as I go along. Tell me if you recognize any of these town centers. Tell me if you recognize any of these streets. Share this video with someone overseas, so that they can have something to watch in the storm, because trust me, it's gonna be epic. Come on, look at those clouds, look at those rains. I'm taking you with me in the midst of Hurricane Melissa, in the high of the storm, they would say. And as I say that, I remember the song that says, Jesus keeps me safe in the high of the storm. All right, don't worry, Jamaica, we are gonna pull through this. So as I'm on the road this morning, capturing this so you can get it to relax and to watch. There are so many things happening out there, people. So many things happening out there. As you can see on your screen, the breeze is blowing. Some trees are falling down in different areas that I would have covered. Do you recognize where this is? You see a lot of fogs. That should give you some idea which parish this is, which town center I am about to approach. You can see the car mark to your right. So you should have a clear idea for those who is familiar with this area. Come on, type in the comment section before we even get down into the town where you think this is. Press like on this video so that, YouTube can share it across the world. Share it to those in Canada and those in the US, those in England, in the UK. Come on, press like on this video. All right, so we're entering this town now. Things seems to be calm, cool and collective. There's traffic on the road. Not a lot of traffic. No pedestrian, 1 and 2 pedestrians. All right, not a lot of traffic. Many people are in their house, locked down, but you still have a few persons on the road trying to get last minute, supplies, bread, bulla, buns, juices for the children. I stopped at one wholesale or supermarket to get a bread, and can I tell you, the shelves were empty. I had to move on and looking and can't find anywhere else. All right, so look at these zincs to your left. The zincs are being blown down in this particular area. If you know which area is this, type it in the comment section. Let me see if you know your country well. All right, so as I proceed further in this town, I realize that things is at its best in terms of being calm. Rain fell hard last night. It is dewing now, but not a lot of persons are on the road in this particular town. And guess what, people? When you listen to the different news medias, Hurricane Melissa is being compared to a great hurricane that took place over 37 years ago, and that is Hurricane Gilbert. To all my viewers and subscribers out there, were you there? If you are not 37 years old, you did not know about Hurricane Gilbert, but for those in their 45, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s would have experienced Hurricane Gilbert. I was there. God brought us through. It was the same thing with Hurricane Gilbert. A lot of persons, the storm itself, it lingered there out at sea, moving very slowly. And that is when a storm is dangerous, my viewers and my subscribers. When it stays out there and lingers, Melissa was traveling at 2 miles per hour, then it goes up to 5 miles per hour, then it comes back down to 2 miles per hour, and that's the problem with this particular storm. All right, so it's similar to Gilbert. It built up momentum and then it hit landfall and create damage. Over 40 persons were unalive in Gilbert 37 years ago. What is going to happen in Melissa 2025? We are hoping and we are praying for the best. All right, so we are in the heart of this particular town now. Can you tell me where in Jamaica is this? Come on, if you're overseas, you're a Jamaican, you should be able to identify this particular town center. So that's a wholesale right there to your right, that blue building with the cars parked. A lot of people in this particular town center was rushing to get their last minute supplies, because what had happened, my viewers and subscribers, you found out that from Sunday, a matter of fact, from about Thursday, Friday, persons were scampering, getting in the bread, the buns, the bullas, the snacks for the children, the juices for the children, last minute supplies. And guess what? Melissa lingered at sea. And so what had happened is that those snacks are finished, those supplies are finished, or has gone way down. So persons have to be out because they thought that by today, Monday, the 27th of October 2025, Melissa would have passed and gone. And so the supplies that they would have stocked upon is finished or way down, and persons have to be out. So this is in the midst of Hurricane Melissa. And I am out in the street bringing you live footage of what is happening in this particular town. Persons are on their way picking up last minute supplies, and I am here to catch the footage so that you can relax, drinking your tea, sipping your soup, and waiting for the remainder of Hurricane Melissa. Can I ask you to tell me where you're watching from? Type in the comment section. Tell me where in Jamaica you're watching from, where in the Caribbean you're watching from, where in the world you're watching from. I did part 1 of this video, a drive-through of another sets of parishes, and someone from Guadeloupe, a commenter and subscriber from Guadeloupe, commented on the first video, said the person said they're not familiar with Jamaica, but they are so excited to see what is happening. So as far as Guadeloupe, these videos are, streaming. Type and tell me where in the world you are watching from. I would appreciate it so much. I want to hear from you. If you're not in the Caribbean, if you're not in Jamaica, can I ask that you pray for us, as we face this particular storm? So here we have another tree on my right falling down in the street. The breeze came last night, but that was not the full impact. We are still awaiting the full impact, as well as we are hoping and praying that it does not hit us as was predicted. All right, since you come this far in the video, I'm going to reveal this particular tone, but you have to press like on this video. Press like on this video, press share it with someone. This is the parish of cool Mandeville. If you had it in mind, if you know it was Mandeville, come on, type it in the comment section. Say, I knew it was. All right, so we're in the parish of Manchester. This is cool Mandeville. Not a lot of activities. And one of the things that grabbed my attention, people, look at that car mart on your left of the screen right there. A lot, and another one on your right. There's a lot of car marts in Mandeville. And as I go through that particular town center, I was wondering to myself, these cars that are parked in the parking lot, they are not covered. And so any flying object, can damage these cars. And, when you're in the car mart business, it's such a risky business, especially when it comes to hurricane. But I'm thinking to myself that these businesses should be insured, that if anything goes wrong, insurance would cover those damages lest you hear it, act of God. All right, so we are now in another parish. Can you tell me where this is? Wherever in Jamaica you are, do you know where this road leads to? I'm not going to tell you as yet, but if you stick to the end of the video, I will tell you if you're not able to recognize it. But in this parish also, you found that things were at things were calm somewhat. Not a lot of people on the road. We are in the eye of Hurricane Melissa. Persons were locked in with their family, friends, and loved ones. But I was out there making sure I catch the footage so you all can see what is happening, and learn of what is happening in different neck of the woods here in Jamaica. To all the Jamaicans in the diaspora, some of you are from these same parishes and streets and lanes and roads. Come on, if you remember where these places are, can you just type it in the comment section? If it is your area and you identify it, you can type it in the comment section. Stay with me to the end because you're going to see some other parts of the country that, trust me, things are happening as it relates to, the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Things were calm as I approached this town center. Not a lot of persons on the street. Persons are very cautious because guess what? Persons used to take these threats and warnings, hurricane watch and warnings for joke. But after the passage of Berry last year, 2024, it came and it ravished some of our parishes. So persons are not taking it lightly now with the entrance of Melissa. Persons are making sure that they are well prepared, that they have enough supplies, that they are staying indoors. So there was not a lot of persons walking on the street. And today is the 27th, Monday, the 27th of October, in the eye of the storm. And in the eye of the storm, it is not normally rough with wind and rain and breeze, but it always stands still. And we were told that this is the dangerous part of the storm. But I am out here covering these footage so that you can see what's happening wherever you are in the world. That yellow building on my right is a popular building in this particular town center, so you must be aware now of where this is. This building on my left also is another popular building in this town center. So as we move up into this town center, not a lot of activity in this town center as well. You have one and two people on the street trying to pick up last minute items. All fast food shops are closed. Just a few gas stations. I think one gas station in this particular town was open, and trust me, cars were backing up bumper to bumper trying to get last minute fuel, because we don't know after Melissa what will happen, if phone lines will be down, if electrical lines will be down, if traveling can take place. We're not sure if fuel will be scarce, so persons are stocking up on fuel. That gas station, we're gonna come up on it shortly. It was, trust me, bumper to bumper traffic. So here we are in this particular town center. A few taxis were there, waiting to see if persons want to travel to different areas, because the taxi drivers have to make their little bread. And so persons, are traveling nonetheless. Persons who would have been out to work overnight, wants to get home. This blue building on my right is a popular place, plus this juicy patties on my left. So you must realize where this is. And if you stay this long in the video, can I just ask you to press like on the video? Can I just ask you to share it? And I'm going to reveal we are now in the parish of Clarendon, and this is the Maypen Town Center. If you realized it, come on, type it that I knew it, and we are exiting out now to another parish. And let me tell you, it was such an awesome feeling to be out there covering, getting these footage so that it can be posted, so you can see what is happening in the midst of Hurricane Melissa. I was told, based on the weather, the news outlets, that Hurricane Melissa by this evening, the time when this video is going to be posted, that Melissa should hit Jamaica full force, at category 4 or 5, but we are hoping for the best. This particular bridge is another popular bridge. The river is low. Normally when it floods, when upcountry floods, that's Upper Clarendon, the water would come way up, almost touching the bottom of the bridge, and that can be devastating. And if needs be, and I have to catch that footage in the latter part of the storm, it will be out there. But I'm enjoying this. It's an epic drive, seeing what is happening in the cities, in the streets. And oh, what a joy it was. I enjoy this tour, going through these communities, going through these town centers, keeping you abreast of what is happening. So we would have had some showers last night, a lot of wind. It calms now, and it's picking up back again. In another few hours it's going to pick up back again. I am pleading to my Jamaicans family, stay safe. This is the gas station I was referring to, last minute. It's the only gas station that I'm seeing in this particular parish, and a little supermarket across from it. A lot of people were rushing to get their final supplies, their little supplies, for to be prepared, in other words, for the coming or the other section of Hurricane Melissa. This was also in another parish. We are coming up on another particular, food stop on my left. If you're a real Jamaican, just a short glimpse, we just pass it, you would know where that is. All right, so we are on one of our highways now, and as we break around this particular corner, look at those clouds in the sky. Look at that white cloud thingy under the cloud there. That's rainfall coming out of this particular parish, hitting the highway. We are coming onto a lot of rain. Thank you for watching this video. Share it with someone. Stay safe and stay dry.